Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening as the Microtransaction presents the Microtransaction. I'm your host, Liquid. Joining me to my immediate... Let's see, what are we looking at here? This is this side of the screen for me. Whoop, there it is. That side is the courageous... No, I'm kidding. I can't go with courageous. Let's see. We went with courageous. We went with catastrophic. Now we're going to go with my man, Cannonball Chris. Yeah, all just coming through into your living room, into your headsets, if you're listening to us on headsets.
Yeah.
Chris, how are you today?
Honestly, look what I had the easiest day. All right.
Let me know.
Bro, let me tell you. I didn't expect it. I started the day, a lot of work on my plate. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and my boss was like, hey, I need you to train someone, and I'm like, I've been here for like 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Why are you having me train people?
Yeah.
But the thing is that my trainee is probably the most capable trainee of all time.
Oh, wow. Okay. That works.
So I was just like, wait, you already know how to do this? He's like, a little bit, yeah, kind of. And I was like, here you go. And I just sat in the passenger seat of my car pretty much the whole day.
Oh, those are good. Those are good times. Like, so...
I'm just like, he's just talking, and we're just shooting the shit. And
nice.
then I'm like halfway, like not even after like the first like run of stops, I was just like, I'm gonna let you do this yourself.
Nice.
And then the thing is, he's like, I'm like, it's slow enough, it's not that much, and we can handle it.
There you go.
And he's like, oh, okay. And he just...
So he was just driving around. So he was doing the driving. You were just in the passenger seat.
I was just in the passenger seat all day.
Then you throw like, hey, why don't you listen to this? I want you to listen to my news mixtape, and you throw on the Microtransaction on the car.
He's like a 50-year-old country guy, so I don't think it'd go too well. But he did ask me, he's like, what do you do when you're not working here? Then I was like, well, I do a podcast. He's like, I'm on YouTube all the time. I'm like, it's video game stuff. And he's like, I don't do those video game stuff.
Oh,
he's like, he was like, have you tried ghost stories? Those are real popular. And I was like, no, not yet.
Look, hey, I'm a fan of a good ghost story. All right, and that's not even a lie, dude. That's not even. I'm not even pulling your leg over here. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, right? So my uncle Eli, you've met him before. One day we were bored, right? So we were bored, and we decided to go to a little town near Orlando called Casadega, right? Now, Casadega is known for their black magic. They have tarot card readings all over the place. They have palm readers. I don't know if they're the same thing or not, but one reads cards, one reads palms. Who would have thunk? But yeah, so we go to this one place that there has like a bunch of trees. It's a big, it's like a little town. And the biggest thing about this town is there's a graveyard, a big graveyard, right? So what did we decide to do? We decided to drive all the way over there at the middle of the night, just drive over there, and go walk this graveyard. And within the graveyard, there's a foresty area, a bunch of trees, all right? And in the middle of that foresty area, there's one chair, a wooden chair, and they call it the Devil's Chair. And we wanted to find the Devil's Chair and sit on it. All right, we want to sit on the devil himself.
Yep.
So,
I sit on Daddy D's lap.
Yeah, we got over there, and unfortunately we didn't realize how dark it actually was, and we forgot to bring flashlights. So we couldn't see the Devil's Chair, but we did walk around the graveyard a bit until we heard something. We heard this loud noise, and we all booked it. As you do, one of us runs, everybody starts running, right? So we all, we were all. Now I'm just like, man, I was upset because I'm just like, no, I didn't get possessed or anything. Like I was a kid and like I wasn't sure if ghosts are real or not. So I'm just like, I want this to happen. I want to get possessed or I want to get haunted by this ghost. So I decided to take a rock with me from the graveyard, and I took it back home. It was a weird shaped rock too, and so we didn't find anything. By the way, before we even left, we were all hopped up on ghost stories. Like we were just on the internet just reading ghost stories, like around like Tampa, like the haunted areas that are in Tampa and stuff like that. Like Blake High School, that's apparently haunted. That's what they said. That's what I heard. Disneyland, haunted. All right.
From all the people doing it.
Skyway Bridge, extremely haunted. Now that could be real. People committing suicide, yes, I believe that 100%. Jumping off that bridge, yes, you will die. And people have died.
Do you believe in ghosts, Liquid?
Do I believe in ghosts? Oh man, that's tough. Yes, I do. I believe they exist. I took the rock home, by the way. My mom was cleaning out my drawers one time, And, you know, you would expect she would probably find weed like a normal parent. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some condoms. No, she just found this rock. And she's like, Anthony, what the hell is this rock doing here? I'm like, Ma. Ma, yeah, I took that from the graveyard, Ma. I wanted to get possessed. And she goes, get that shit out of here. I don't want to see that. Well, she ripped me a new one. She goes, are you crazy? Well, I'm like, well, I know somebody who believes in ghosts. She's like, are you crazy? How are you going to bring that into my house? Get it out of here. Well, I'm like, well, I'll put it in the backyard. Get it out of the backyard. Like, she don't want it anywhere near the radius of our house. So I just had to chuck it as far as I could.
Yo, okay, so I'm gonna. By the way, we have so much video game news, guys, coming up. But Jesus, gonna tell this other ghost story. This should probably be on the Patreon episode that you can get every Monday, including with this one on Patreon. But you can get it early. It's a good time. Anyway, I digress. So the thing is, again, my mom swore a couple blocks down the road there's an empty lot. Right? And near this empty lot, there was a random box in the middle forever. And for some reason, my mom said she swore she saw someone doing some bruja stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then she told me, hey, you're not allowed to walk over there. Now, I don't believe in any of that stuff whatsoever.
Sure.
But you know what? Just because, like, instinctually, I just did it. I don't ever cross that field anymore.
Hey, there you go.
I was like... And I was joking along with the Patreon of the show, Jessica. Her mom makes like special soup that wards away evil spirits because people are crazy. They like to do the thing with the eye. And she's like, "Look, I don't believe in it, but I'm like, I get it. Think about it. At the end of the day, if you have soup,
yeah,
all right, you're full,
right?
And on the second part, if it does push away evil spirits, okay, it's an added bonus.
If The Exorcist just had this soup. The movie wouldn't. That's it. The movie would have been done in 5 minutes. But whatever.
Not one Greek person in the vicinity. They should have did it.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, Chris, are you ready to get into this, Chris?
Yes. I didn't think we were gonna start with ghost stories.
Yeah, I know, me neither. But it just sparked out. I'm a fan of ghost stories. I could appreciate a good ghost story. But I got something a little better than ghost stories. I got a little Gamescom action. So you are all hearing this on Monday. Gamescom happened last week. I believe it was Wednesday of last week. Sounds about right. Maybe Tuesday. Sorry, timing is off here. But yeah, so Gamescom happened. They had a few announcements. You know, so, I don't think there was anything that shook up the industry. I wouldn't say. I don't think so, right? But maybe there was.
There was a bunch that shook up the industry. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess it's true. There's one thing that shook me up to my core, and I really wanted to talk about it. We'll get into it though. But
okay, because okay, arguably, is this? I'm gonna just start it off. Yeah. Was this the best Gamescom of all time?
That's tough, and I only say that's tough because like I never really started really paying attention to Gamescom until like 1 or 2 years before quarantine.
Okay.
So I guess it's tough to say. Like I want to say no, only because it's not live. Like I would have liked to see more live. I think I think digital shows are okay. Like the way Nintendo does it, the way PlayStation, like the State of Play, the Nintendo Directs. I think those are fine. I think these sort of half and half on stage with no crowd. On a fake stage, you know what I'm saying? You just lose a little pizzazz for me personally. Like I feel like I either need all of it or none of it, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm okay with just a voiceover, but I enjoy a crowd with a man on stage, and I want to hear the hype. That's cool too. But like I said, you've heard me say before, I don't believe like E3 or Gamescom need to be a thing. It's still cool. I don't think they have to be here. However, if they are going to be here, I want the full experience to be there.
Okay, all right, I respect it. I'm gonna respectfully also disagree and say this is the best Gamescom ever.
Really?
Because since I've been following it, I'm like, usually Gamescom is very casual, average, new.
Yeah.
This one had bangers after bangers, and then like it fell off, and then it picked itself. Bro, this thing was playing ping pong with itself. It's like, hey, you know, it'd be cool if something happened. And something cool happening right now, and then you're like, whoa, bro, chill out.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I never honestly Gamescom is something like it's what's going on over there, huh, man? Okay, like that's normally what Gamescom is. It's like a E3 celebration. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, hey, the stuff you heard in E3.
Do you
This is
think?
really good. I like that.
Do you think it's only because it's digital right now, or?
I think it's because the state of gaming, and they needed a couple more months to solidify their dates because everything's happening with Ovid, and so they had the extra time, and that's why this was such a bang. I don't think we'll ever have a Gamescom this good.
Okay. We'll
I
see.
would like to be wrong.
I think you'll be wrong.
I don't think so.
I think so. But we'll see. We'll know. Who knows? You could be right.
Only time will tell.
Oh, time. Oh, I hate it. I hate time. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. It's a huge list. They had a bunch of announcements. Some I really liked, some I don't really care for. The ones that we probably don't really care for, I don't think we're gonna touch too much about it, but we'll mention it at least.
All right, we have nothing to say on it. Just hit the peoples with the list. Maybe
right.
They won't.
Yeah, they'll hear it. All right, so first thing they showed, I have here Saints Row. All right. You know, I thought so too. When I first saw it, it's so funny. Well, I thought it was something else. And I was just like, and then they're like, oh, it's Saints Row, and it's just like, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge Saints Row guy. I get it, it's like Grand Theft Auto, but more like way more loose, like way more just like crazy, and yeah, some people like it, and all for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm hopefully, you know, people are happy with what they saw. It didn't really do nothing for me. Like I thought it was good, but I wouldn't get into it.
I'm excited for the idea of Saints Row.
Yeah, I guess
I'm
the same here.
Show me something, bro. Like before, you got lost in the 360 minutia. You became president. You were fighting. You were a superhero. There was an alien invasion. You dildo bats everywhere. Like it was loud. I'm like, all right, you might bring it back just a little bit, but the game might be good. And right now, we're kind of starved for open world experiences because that's not where gaming is at right now. So maybe another one.
Okay.
In this small time, this gap might give this franchise a push it needs to really like rise to prominence. I'm excited for the idea of it.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't see myself getting into it. Now, one fun fact though, I did beat the very first Saints Row.
Oh.
On Xbox 360.
All right.
Let's see here. Second game, Marvel Midnight Suns. All right. And so let me just go down the quick thing. What we know about it, we know it's a tactical RPG. They showed off some Wolverine. They had some. In the first one, no gameplay, it's all trailer. Same thing for Saints Row. It was no gameplay. It was just straight up trailer. But Marvel Midnight Suns tactical RPG. They have a new character that they're introducing. Apparently, the dev team worked with Marvel to kind of get this character together. It's going to be a customizable character who you're going to be controlling, I believe, the entire time, and kind of telling what the other Marvel characters what to do because it's a tactical RPG. Trailer looked awesome. It comes out March of 2022. I've never been so excited just to be let down right afterwards, to be honest with you. I heard them talk about tactical RPG and it just instantly took the wind out of my sails. I'm still willing to try it, and I'm not sure about the development team if it's if they're good with tactical RPGs. I've never heard of them myself. I couldn't tell you. I've been meaning to check them out beforehand, but I didn't. So, Chris, give me your thoughts. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
All right. Well, I like the look of the game, and right now, it's a bit like Spider-Man has been just carrying the entire franchise of good Marvel games on his back.
He has.
And I would love a good Marvel game. And you look shocked. You look scared.
Oh, no,
Are you okay?
No, I'm okay.
Fear just came over your eyes. I'm like, did you just turn off the entire stream?
No,
anyway,
no, okay.
But I want this to be good. I like a tactical RPG. I'm like, sometimes I like to play nerdy, and I think it's great. It lends itself where I'm like, I can have Captain America, Magneto, and maybe there's a weird combination where even Magneto can throw, I don't know, like all kinds of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope there's cool powers that melding. You're with this character, and the thing is, they like having this new character. I'm like, you have to make this character real cool.
Oh yeah,
because I'd much rather play with Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America than this new person. So I'm like, you put yourself from behind off the finish line. It's your job to make me care about this character. Not saying you can't do it,
Right.
That's a good coming of age story. I feel like the best thing about Marvel's Avengers,
Mm-hmm.
the one for Sony, was Ms. Marvel. I forgot her superhero name. This stretchy
Captain
girl,
Marvel. Oh, Captain Marvel, or no, it is Ms. Marvel.
Ms. Marvel, like the girl, the little, like the teenage girl.
Yeah.
Like
What's her
you
name?
fall in love with that character you're playing with, and I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
I've never
Okay.
really played or like watched the comic books, but I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, it was real nice. I enjoyed it, and I'm like, it's your job to make me like the character, and I shouldn't, you know, shouldn't like fault it just because you're new.
Right.
I'm down to fall in love with a new character.
Okay, so I just did a little more research, and this gives me a little more faith. So apparently, the team who's making this Marvel Midnight Suns is like the team who makes tactical RPGs because they make like XCOM, which is like big. Yeah, we all know XCOM is big on which they also make well, like we said, Midnight Suns. We know they're working on. But yeah, apparently they also make XCOM and Civilization as well. They help with Civilization. So yeah, great pedigree for this style of game. So you know what?
The yellow and black was enough to drive Infinite Neo nuts. You know what I'm saying? All that yellow and black, baby.
I couldn't get away from it. But yeah, that's it. Next one they showed, we're not gonna really talk too much about it. Call of Duty Vanguard. It was a gameplay trailer featuring.
I want to know what you thought about it.
I liked it. It's exactly what I'm saying. I love that they were featuring Paulina, which is the character I care about the most, which is Laura Bailey's character. For those who don't know, Laura Bailey's doing the mocap as well as voiceover. She's very talented. She played Nadine in Uncharted. She played Abby in The Last of Us 2. And League of Legends, she plays as, I forgot the name of this, I don't know what character. I don't play League, sorry. But anyways, I thought it looked good. It looked like a good story again, which is exactly what I'm here for. I'm okay with the story. I want to play the story. I'm not gonna pay $60 for the story. I'll tell you that much. If they could find a way to sort of separate the story gameplay from everything else, I'm okay with trying something like that. But for the most part, it looked good. That's all I could really say. It looked awesome from what I could see. I just don't. Again, just a $60 price point for probably a 5-hour campaign, which is all I want to really care about. You're not gonna really get that out of me.
Yeah. It seems that no one. Okay. I don't know how true it is because yet again, Twitter vacuum. But it seems like this is the Call of Duty people care the less about. It was very interesting, and I want to say telling that the only Activision only came up one time in one of the credits how Call of Duty trying to show that their Call of Duty and separate themselves from Activision
right,
so that they can still make that money.
Sure.
And I'm like, I see what you're doing, fam, which is funny, but the right move to make business-wise.
Right, 100%. We both know what they're doing, why they're doing it. Yeah. But yeah, definitely if you're running a business, this is what you kind of have to do.
You're throwing sledgehammer and like you're doing these things.
Right.
And you're like, Sledgehammer made this game in Activision.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, look at all this. Look at all this. Don't look at anything back here. But look at all this.
No. Yeah. Right. Look behind the curtain.
Right. That drops November 5th of this year, so we're getting it. Actually, Alpha went live this past weekend. I'm gonna try it out, and you'll probably have my thoughts next week.
I know we're gonna chill on the Let's Play, but are you gonna have a Let's Play for it or not?
I might. Maybe I might throw a Let's Play in there, just to, you know what I'm saying. Just
I would like to see you. I know I would like to see it.
Okay. We could arrange something.
Yeah. I would love to pick your brain about it because you're so well versed in Call of Duty.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, next up, something I didn't expect, but hey, it makes sense. Halo 20th anniversary. We got a Halo-themed Xbox Series X. We've got an Elite Controller, or Elite Controller Series 2, Halo-themed. Drops November 15th, which we thought, I guess, we thought that's a Halo release date we would have gotten, but we didn't. You know, whatever. And then on top of that, Halo gets a release date of December 8th. You know what I'm saying? So they're just, throwing out all the release dates.
Over here, baby. We got it. Dang. I feel like in the G6, like, hell yeah. Bro, we finally got a release date. I'm so happy. Halo's real. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's finally coming out. Do I wish I would have gotten an Elite Controller and the scalpers didn't ruin everything fun in video game world? Yes. But that's just the world I live in.
Right.
Okay? I'm just happy Halo is here.
Mm-hmm.
it's alive. I would and got a date. It's not what I wanted. I would have bet series cash on the 15th.
Right.
But
Now, quick. So I want to talk about Halo, the release date of Halo. It's Halo Infinite itself. Is that date set in stone?
Yes.
You think it does? Okay. Yeah, I think a little differently. I know what you mean. Like, it has to come out. It kind of does have to come out.
Oh yeah.
Like,
it's the only game. It's the only video game. This entire Gamescom that doesn't have a pass.
Okay.
Every game can be pushed back. There was so many, Gamescom was like, "Hey, what are you playing in spring? We're gonna tell you because every game supposedly is coming out in spring of next year."
Yeah.
And delays that got happen, and Halo is the only thing. It's like, "Hey, when is it coming out this year?" Hey, 4-3, tighten up.
Yeah.
You don't have the luxury everybody has. We know that you've been in production for like 6 going on 7 years. Like it's the 20th anniversary. If you do that, bro, people are just gonna be like, no,
Right.
no, you need DOA.
Right.
And that's why the co-op got canceled, the Forge got pushed, or not canceled. It got put. That's why everything that wasn't vital to Halo coming out got pushed out of the way.
Right.
Because they knew it. If they threw the ball a year down the road and then did it again, it'd be bad news. People would be like, "Nah, this game's gonna be trash," and they wouldn't even give it a chance.
I got you. Now, one thing I was a little kind of like made me a little curious as to why I was trying to figure this out. So we talked about a little bit. The Series X has a $50 price bump for this Halo themed. And even the Series 2 of the Elite controller also got a $20 price bump.
It's so pretty though, bro.
No, absolutely. Now, we talked about it yesterday. I was a little concerned because I've never seen this happen in the gaming industry. Like, what do you have any idea, any thought as to why you think they'd be doing this?
Dude, I don't know.
Just because they can, maybe?
Until you said something about it,
right?
I didn't even think twice about it, dude.
It's
perfectly honest. Well, like, it's a special edition controller, so that you're paying a little more for the extra pizzazz on it.
Yeah.
And I just kept it moving, bro.
That's
how I legitimately thought about it. Like, if you would have told me even the Forza controller, which we haven't talked about, but what a thing, a beauty.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't mention that. Forza controller has a nice controller. That thing is clean. I pre-ordered it myself.
Oh, my God. But if you told me it was like $5-10 more, I would have been like, yeah, dude, it's an awesome controller. I don't care. I'm like,
right.
Cool. I wouldn't even think about it, Liquid. And I think it might be a new precedent, the way they're pushing like custom controllers and stuff like that.
Right.
And to tell you the truth, I didn't think about it. I wasn't affected by it. And it seems like no one's really talking about it. It's partly to do with the scalping.
Maybe
that's going on with all the Halo stuff, because scalpers are just there's a Halo Infinite Xbox going for like $3,000 right now.
Jesus. Like, and I think you're probably right. I think this is probably going to be the new norm now, because I was doing a little thinking last night after we talked about it. Like, first of all, I didn't even look at the price. Like, once they said the price, I didn't even really look at it because I assumed it was just going to be the same price. You know, I was like, oh well, if it's coming with Halo, but Halo comes with Game Pass, so that wouldn't make any sense. Then I could see why the price went up. But now that I'm thinking about it, even the DualSense. The red one was $5 more than the black one was, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So yeah, I just thought of that now. I'm like, maybe this is just going to be the new thing. This is the new standard, maybe. Which I'm not a huge fan of, but
makes sense.
Yeah, look, I get it. Look, you're a company, you can do whatever you want. It's up to me whether I want to speak with my wallet. So. And chances are, if you come up with something cool, I'm probably not gonna be too good about it. So there's always an exception for everything.
Bro, oh my God, I want that Halo controller so bad.
I do like the controller.
If I had more expendable, that Forza controller is just, oh my God, the peripherals. I was like, man, I wish we weren't a chip shortage and all this stuff wasn't happening. Because I was like, Liquid, it's funny, before Forza, before I saw the Forza controller, much less the Master Chief controller, I was like, man, maybe, do I want to start controlling, like, buying Xbox controllers?
Okay.
Because it's pretty cool. And then they come out with these. I'm dying.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Okay, I'm back.
Nice.
So, like, I was thinking about, like, should I? And then the Xbox was like, what about this? And I feel like it put that sweet R&B on me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I could love you like that. I
Oh.
could make you my world. And I was like, Xbox, not like this.
Right.
I'm like, totally like this.
Yeah.
So, the boy might start a new hobby.
Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all down for helping out. I'm a collector myself, not necessarily in controllers, but in almost everything. As you can see, all the crap that's behind me. But yeah, valuables, collectibles. All right.
I like that.
And next one up, Cult of Lamb. All right, so this was like a cell.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, cell shaded game. It looks like it's got a nice little popular little cartoon art style. Devolver Digital is a publisher. They make a lot of cool, weird kind of stuff. You know, it's a hack and slash. Also, like a village simulator. Like you're kind of like building a cult. It's like a cult. You're creating a cult is what it is. It's called Cult of Lamb. That's exactly what you're doing. But it's like adorable. It's like cute, but it's also like bloody and stuff like that. Like it's funny. I showed Ani and it was right up her alley.
I was just about to say, I'm like, yo, this is an Ani game.
100%. I was like,
cute murder.
Yeah. I was just like, babe, watch this. I showed her the trailer and boy, was she loved. She goes, I want this day one. So, yeah. What'd you think?
I felt so bad for this game.
Okay.
Because this trailer. For those who didn't watch Gamescom Live, this trailer came out after Halo was like, hey, buy this controller right now.
Oh.
So nobody was actually looking at the screen. People were just like, Xbox, where's the controller? Oh my god, I need it now. And they're not looking on the screen.
Right. Because the last thing it closed out with was pre-order now. That's literally what Halo...
So Halo everybody went from...
Yeah.
I gotta go.
I didn't think about that.
Bad for this game. That was bad placement. For them.
Yeah, that sucks. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
but check it out. Cult of Lamb. That's really good. Yeah, it's awesome though. It looks cool. It looks awesome.
No, totally red. I like it. I'm like, I hope it shows up somewhere else so it gets the shine it deserves because it looked awesome.
I think we'll see it again. I don't. Yeah. Wait, when does it come out? Let me see. Did I get a date? I did not. I don't think it did get a date. As a matter of fact, I don't even think it said console. I think it just said PC. Like it didn't even have. So it seems like it still might be pretty early. So we'll probably wait on that.
We're cool.
Next one up, Midnight Fight Express. It's some guy created, just one guy apparently. It's a beat 'em up. It's had a lot of Hotline Miami vibes. A lot of trains involved. Comes out in summer of 2022. Do you remember this at all? It's very forgettable. I'll be honest with you.
During this time of the show is when like I was looking for Halo.
And I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't blame you. Like I said, it didn't have the strongest showing. It looks okay, but like, I don't see myself ever playing this. Like,
it's funny because I re-saw it earlier today, and I still don't remember a Gamescom. All right, that's not that game.
Well, yeah. Now, one thing we do remember, I know you remember this one, is a little bit of TMNT Shredder's Revenge. So we got to beat 'em up. It's got this like fake pixelated style, but it looks awesome. It looks like a Super Nintendo style game. And they had a player reveal. You could play as April O'Neil herself, which is pretty dang cool.
And to do with this game, but they announced it today on the new Smash-like Nickelodeon game. April O'Neil got announced as a digital character or another character fighting, and also Cat Dog.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yeah, dude, like legit. I'm riding this April O'Neil hype train all the way to the bank.
Man, I mean, I would like to see a little more Casey Jones too thrown in there, but hey, whatever. April's cool. I like her yellow jumper. I like how she has the microphone in her hand and she's, whooping ass a little bit. That's nice.
She's punching people. It's like time to deliver the news.
Right. Oh yeah. Yep.
These hands. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like tune in tonight at 9:00 for your ass whooping.
No, but honestly, the game looks awesome. I'm down for it. It's hitting me with the nostalgia, that gameplay, and that's what I want from a game like this. Like, make me feel the feelings, and then like make me have fun.
Yeah.
Like that's all I want out of this game. I want fun, good gameplay, trip down memory lane.
Well, it looks like it's gonna hit all three of those. Like you're gonna get exactly what you're looking for. Next one, a little bit of a smaller announcement. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, you're getting a new playable character in the form of Morgana from Persona 5. That's cool. Do we care? Are we You know what I'm saying? I like
was
Morgana.
disappointed when it wasn't online or crossplay. It was just like, because I was like, maybe this might be the. No, it won't. It won't be the game. I'm not playing this.
Exactly. I like Morgana, but yeah, I don't know. Monkey Ball is just I get it. So a lot of people like it. I don't really care for it myself. But,
supposedly he's hecka fun. But
yeah, I hear great things. But yeah, not for me. It's so funny because I own one of the Monkey Ball games. Never played it. I own it on Wii. Collecting. That's what it does to you. You tend to start buying crap you don't even know that you're never gonna play, and it just builds up, and then now you go from collecting to hoarding. There's a thin line between the two. I'll guarantee you that. All right. Next up, so Splitgate got an announcement. It's getting a new update, Season 0. It brings in new game modes, which is infected, stuff like that. And apparently it's out right now.
Oh, congratulations to the people at Split Game. They are having a moment right now, and I wanted to stick around. They're getting what they deserve. I just wish the player skins were better, because I think they're boring and nothing ever makes me want to buy anything in that game.
Yeah.
And I would love to financially support these people, because it's like 4 people.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nothing in here.
They're like college students. Apparently they made this game out of a dorm. A college dorm. Crazy.
Yeah, I think it's Stanford though, so you know, it's a really nice dorm.
Mm-hmm. Think he's up, Stanford.
So yeah, like I said, Springate, congratulations. They're doing good things. The gameplay is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good on them.
All right, now let's go to a game that I probably will never play, and that is a Ubisoft game by the name of Riders Republic. They announced there's an open beta coming out. It comes out the fall of 21, and I put in my notes here, Ubisoft trash. So I put.
It's gotten some gameplay reviews already.
What do they think?
And people were saying, there's so much about this game that's fun. You know what's not fun? The actual gameplay.
Ooh.
Controlling apparently is not good in this game.
Ouch.
And I was so excited for it. I'm like, dude, I want to shred the gnar.
Yeah.
I want to get ultimate. I'm like, let's get a little
X Games in there. You want to get on X Games mode.
Yeah, I want to get on X Games mode. But
right.
Apparently, from what I'm hearing, the gameplay is weak sauce. And he's like, hey, we live in a day and age where we had Skate.
We did have Skate.
Skate was made in the gameplay. Now we just have a certain level of a quality check.
Yeah.
If you don't hit that Skate quality or that Tony Hawk hype, there's nothing.
Right. It seems very generic. Very. I don't know, man. This is a game that I would like to play for one. I could see myself playing one day, and they're just like, that's it. I'm not gonna pay for it. Yeah. So. They better get in touch with my man Phil Spencer real quick, because that thing ain't selling anywhere. Next to it, I don't think we're gonna get too much into this, but a UFL, a free to play football game. You know what I'm saying? So he uses the Unreal Engine. What were you gonna say, Chris?
Oh no, just keep. I was waiting till you're done.
Oh yeah, free to play. They were also throwing out fair to play. So that little lingo. I like the idea. I do. You got FIFA, you got PES.
They're going free to play online too.
That exactly. So it's just like, are you really gonna be able to make a dent? I don't know.
I think this is the only way you can make a dent, and I want these things to succeed.
Okay.
Because you have Madden and these EA games that kind of like a 9-month developer cycle.
Right.
But if you had a sports game like a Madden, there was a games of service,
mm-hmm.
where these developers can have more time and make more substantial movements
mm-hmm.
in gameplay, then we might be having something like a Destiny and Madden, where it just fills the roster up and goes on an engine and does like a Fortnite thing where it resets the game and then boom, you got a new engine one day.
Right.
Great. I want this to succeed because I think it'll do good for everyone in the sporting world.
That's a good point. No,
people buy in. People still want to get fantasy leagues and have fun.
A good point. This is not my scene. I'm not a big football fan. Football, but whatever. It's got to be for somebody, right? Somebody's out there got to be excited for it, right?
Yeah, for the rest of the world, it's not America. They're probably down as fuck for this.
Oh yeah, let me write that. I've been writing them down little by little.
Have I been cussing a lot? I don't feel like I have, but
you did one. I think you did two. If I'm not mistaken, I've done so far 3. I think you're at 2. I'm at 3.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah. So we have this one I got really excited for, and that's Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Now, this game has been delayed beyond belief. Like, this game continues to get delayed. I'm a huge Lego fan, huge Star Wars fan. You mix them both together, boy, do you have a recipe for excitement, success, and everything liquid. Yeah, I mean, it's Lego Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? It's all 9 movies. I remember being younger and I played the original Lego Star Wars saga that had episodes 1 through 6. Enjoyed those. Force Awakens came out with their Lego game. I beat that one and platinumed it. So yeah, I plan on doing this. Chris, what a lot of people don't understand is I'm a Lego boy. All right, I dabs into Legos. I'm sorry, Lego, because there's no plural. Plural for Lego is Lego. So the Legos is not a thing. I want to get that out there. That's technically not a thing. So yeah. So
you're absolutely wrong.
No, 100% right. I'm telling you this right now. I know.
I can't stress enough, guys. I hear what Liquid's saying, and he might have evidence and facts and dumb stuff like that. But this is what he doesn't know. Okay, is that words are technically. Okay, so you can one day, like how literally doesn't mean literally anymore, also means figuratively. That is true. Okay, so if I look at someone put Legos as a Lego, you know, a Lego set, I'm like, man, those are a bunch of Legos.
Yeah.
In that Legos set.
Right. It's a Lego set.
Okay.
Lego set.
Legos.
Like, oh yeah, what are you doing? I'm just playing some Lego.
Legos.
I'm just playing with some Lego right now. I'm just playing with some Lego.
No one's. You know how weird that sounds.
I understand that, but that's just, hey, this is the world we live in. It's weird and scary, terrifying. But yeah, it looks great. I'm here for it. I want to play it. I wanted to come out tomorrow, but I get it. Time. You know what I'm saying? It just all I said was spring 2022. So.
It's like everything else. Liquid, would it surprise you to know that I've never played a Lego game in my life?
No. Only because, and I'm not saying that. I know I said it in such a like you're so lower than me kind of way.
You want to know when you're fine and they say you're not fine, but you're actually not really fine? That's how I feel right now, Liquid. I feel personally attacked.
I'm sorry. I'm just not surprised.
No. You're supposed to be like, oh no.
No, look. There's a reason for it. Let me say my piece here. All right. The reason why I don't see Chris has never played Lego, why I could believe that, is because you also were the same person who weren't too fond of indie games. You know what I'm saying? Also. Okay, and I'm not saying like the Lego games are not indie games. They're they're more for children, and I get that. You know, what I'm saying? They're very collectathon. It's all about collecting, but okay. It's also those Lego games are very puzzle heavy as well, which is also not Chris's cup of tea. So
I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah.
I take it all back.
So yeah. So I know for sure. I'm like, because if you did play a Lego game, I would have known. I'm like, oh, Chris does not like Lego games because they have puzzles in it. So yeah, you see, I know my co-host, bro. I know him. I know this guy.
Yeah. I felt a little tagged.
All right. Okay. So anything about Lego Star Wars on your end?
I thought it was cool.
It
like
was cool.
Honestly, I thought about like man, maybe. If there is a gap, like it could be an extra thing.
Yeah, why not?
I was like, I'm like, it's Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
Yeah, dude.
I love the concept of Star Wars. Yeah, not all the movies have been good, but the shows sure as hell have been. You know what I'm saying? Those shows don't miss, boy. Mandalorian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here for some Star Wars.
All right. So next one up here. This was very. Oh man, I love this one. So, Synced Off Planet. Don't know if you remember this. It looked like this is what I put down in my notes. It looks like a rock solid generic planetary shooting vibes. That's the kind of vibes I'm getting out of it.
You said a lot of non-words.
Yeah, it's just a rock solid generic planetary shooter vibe. That's the vibe that I'm getting.
Planetary shooter. What does that mean?
Oh, it's like space, Halo. You know, very spacey. Yes. Sorry, right. I'm having a stroke over here. Yeah, it's I don't think there's anything to talk about, to be honest with you.
Okay, cool.
I saw I'm like, this game's gonna be easily forgotten. I'm like, if I didn't type it up, I would have already forgotten it.
I've seen Gamescom twice and I've forgotten. So.
Next, the Outlast Trials. Very spooky game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On my notes here, I put it now. It comes out in 2022, and also nope. Cause that thing's too. You know me and the scary games, but I don't do well with them. But
I'm just saying there is a level of Patreon we can talk about because me and Liquid are a bunch of scaredy cats, bro.
Yeah, I am.
And maybe if someone were to chop off the cheddar, then you can see me and Liquid be a bunch of scared little boys.
Yeah. Now,
you know what I'm saying?
don't get me
Liquid's
wrong.
doing the gameplay. I'm not playing. You crazy?
I believe 100% that I know for me for sure. I do plan on playing a scary game for come October. I do plan on it. Whether that be a game I've already played before, but at least a scary game. Cause
Are you gonna play with the lights off?
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'll give it a shot.
With the door closed?
Yeah, I'll give you that a shot too. But the AC better be cranked up because it's gonna be so hot in this room. As long as you give me AC, I'll be okay.
Okay.
So
you could fight off the. Okay, what if hear me out. You do a scary game, and I also just not opening but holding a Ouija board.
You know what's funny? So I've never played with, used, interacted with a Ouija board in my life. I've never done it, and I've always wanted to. So I'm all for it. Yes, okay. I'm all for I'm all for playing this game, having you on the other line with a Ouija board. I'm all for that. Yeah, let's do it. I'm okay with that.
Wait, no. I have to be in your house.
Okay, yeah, Ouija board it up then. I want you to look through the little lens.
Now, sidebar it. I need you to try to get Ani and see if a Ouija board's even allowed in that house.
Oh, okay. I guess this is where I gotta. It's not. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If we do this, it's gonna have to be very discreet. Because.
Oh my god! I'm gonna wear an oversized jacket.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, you dropped your Ouija glass.
Just keep it moving.
Yeah.
She's like, what's that?
Yeah, no, Anya's she's actually used the Ouija board before, and she said she doesn't want to even be close to a Ouija board, so that might be a little difficult. Maybe we could go to your house then and do it. I'm okay with playing it there. That's fine too. Either way, I want to try it. I want to do something for Halloween.
Okay.
Oh man, but it looks good. Like I think it did what it's supposed to do. Scary as all heck.
Scary and with friends. Technically, we can play this co-op.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I was just joking. We'll probably play together. Both be scared. Both of us, both hands off the controller.
Man, that'd be so exciting. All right, now here comes a game that I really want to talk about. I really want to talk about this game. It's called Dokkaebi. All right. This game. First of all, when I saw this had, I think, the longest trailer than any game show.
Longest trailer I know human time.
Right.
I went to sleep. Halfway through the trailer, woke up. The next day, the trailer was still going on. Holy shit, bro.
When I saw this, I'm like, what am I watching? Like it looks like an open world Precious Moments with smaller heads, more normal sized heads, right? Mm-hmm. But my understanding is supposed to be very Pokemon like, is what I've been told. I didn't get Pokemon vibes, but apparently it is. Yes. I saw a big monster. Some hammer came out of nowhere. They hit the monster with the hammer. There was a lot of sparkles going everywhere. They released a Ghostbusters trap, and then it went in the trap, and I'm like, what is it? So in my notes here, I put, what is it? Monster Hunter? ? Ghostbusters ? I don't know what this is.
It was like 17 games to 1, but it was beautiful.
It really was.
It was one. Okay, now Halo was my thing for me, but if I wasn't such a Halo fanboy, I'm like, did this low-key steal the show?
Very K-poppy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was.
People are excited beyond They're like, what is this? I don't know what it is. I want it. I need it.
I mean, the thing is, I feel like the people that I've heard talk about it, yes, I agree. Like, I'm not agreeing with what they say. Not me personally. I don't agree, but like, I hear what they're saying, and yes, it sounds exactly what you're saying.
Oh, I want to play this game.
I want to know what it is, but it does pique my interest. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I feel like I don't know what it is, but I want it.
So weird. So Dokkavi, just for anyone who doesn't know, if you want to look it up, it's D-O-K, D's in dog, O-K-E, V is in Victor, Dokkavi. Good luck. Like, tell us what you think.
I don't know what it is. I heard someone wild out. I think it was clickbait, but he's like, "Is this game the Pokemon killer?"
Dude,
and I'm like, "You are crazy."
Was that on TikTok? Did you see? Me too. The guy was just like, "Oh, this could be the Pokemon killer." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Swipe. Like.
I didn't know. I was like, man. I was hyped for this, and I'm like, and then you're gonna say some dumb.
Yeah. So exactly. Well, how stupid are you? And your stupid
number one
TikTok
franchise on planet Earth. Get out of here.
Come on. Speaking of Pokemon, real quick here. I'm still on that Pokemon high right now. Like, it's so funny. This Pokemon Unite really did something to me. I haven't gone back to Pokemon Unite, but I've been doing everything else Pokemon. Sword and Shield I've been playing. I've been watching Pokemon Journeys now consistently. I watch at least one episode a day now. It's bad. I watched an episode today, and it was all about Piplup. I love Piplup.
Piplup's the homie.
Yeah, bro. Piplup was all mad. He was jealous. I hated the owner of Piplup. I couldn't stand her ass. She didn't deserve Piplup. But, man, it's a good episode. Pokemon Journeys on Netflix. Give it a chance. All right.
Give it a chance.
Yeah, next one. Jurassic World Evolution 2. All right. I put Dino Zoo Tycoon. It also comes out November 9th of this year. Chris, what do you think?
It comes out the same day as Forza. Ugh.
Oh, that's going to be a hard pass.
Luckily, they're two completely different audiences.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play it, but people who like the tycoon building parks, people are juiced this game.
People who like the original Jurassic World Evolution was apparently people were really liking it. A lot of people liked it.
Anyway, so thing is, fun fact has nothing to do with this game, is the Jurassic Park tried making a Pokemon Go clone.
Did they?
Where you can catch dinosaurs.
Really? Jurassic Park did this?
Jurassic Park did. It was terrible. I played it.
I'll tell you what wasn't terrible. Lego Jurassic Park. I played that, and that was actually pretty promising. It was pretty good.
You're a little biased.
No, it's not. It wasn't. Okay, it wasn't the best Lego game, but it was okay. It was fun.
Did you ever go ride down the tail of a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
I don't think I didn't. I think with my feet, like surf it. I think that might have been in it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. Oh, my memory, it's not good. It's getting worse and worse. Mm-hmm. The next one up, we're not going to spend too much time. We talked about this game. Far Cry 6, November 7th of this year. I'm excited for it. I'm sure you're still excited for it. That's about it, right?
Showing me stuff.
Yeah, cool.
This is Deathloop territory. Stop showing me things.
Yeah, like come on. Let's just get it out there. Let's play it.
You know you're gonna get the final trailer.
Oh, of course.
I'm like, I bet there's someone who is cutting all these cutscenes together, and like you have a pretty much good idea of what the game is. It's like when what was it? Justice League came out, and they came out with commercials. At the commercials, like I think I just seen the movie.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Now I'm starting to get to the point. I'm like, did I just play this game? The last trailer made me less excited for this game.
Really? Oh man.
Mm-hmm. It's having the inverse effect.
Like, it's so funny. So as I was watching this, I saw that this was out there. I just skipped it because I'm like, I know I want it. I know I want to play it. Stop showing it to me. So I skipped the whole time. I didn't even see the trailer. I just knew, okay, cool.
Yeah, because it tells you a huge story beat. I wish it did it.
Really? I just thought there was like an interview going on with Giancarlo Esposito's character, and I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, this is something I'd rather watch in the game, so let's give it a hot skip.
Right now, I gotta be honest. Like, it was on the list, hype games to buy for E3.
Right.
I'm not sure I'm gonna get this game anymore.
Oh wow! Did Ubisoft just pull a Ubisoft? I don't know. Wow.
It's not that the game did anything. It's like the more you're showing me, like you're not letting me want it. You're just giving it to me. I want to chase you.
Right. No, I feel you. Hey, I've been there before. I'm still excited for it, but yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. I don't think you're in the wrong at all for feeling that way.
No.
Next one.
Come back around.
Yeah, maybe. I definitely want to talk about this one here. Blood Hunt, which is Twilight Battle Royale. It's a vampire battle royale game. Comes out September 7th of this year. Actually, what's that? Like a week from now? I didn't even think about that. Yeah. What do you thinking here, Chris?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I feel like this is where we got to the point of this point in the show where like it was getting kind of like oh, it sounds like you're just shoehorning stuff in there now. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have skipped this.
I'm like, oh, cool. You paid how much money for
Right.
Gamescom so I can see this? Cool, man.
Don't care.
Wow, it's just like, let's get the sexiest vampire. You gotta get the character models looked awkward and generic, but the faces look incredibly like attractive people. And I'm like, I see what you're trying to do, but I'm like, nah, fam,
Yeah,
I'm
stop.
good.
Just stop.
Like, I don't care. Yeah, no. And you see with games like oh my god, I'm forgetting the game made by people from college. I just forgot.
Splitgate, yeah.
Like I say I don't care about the graphics. It doesn't make me want to buy anything. But I'm like, this is doing the opposite. Where I'm like, hey, I see what you're trying to do. Away from me.
Right. I feel you. I think I agree. That thing did nothing for me. I don't care for it. I don't care about battle royales as it is. Throw vampires in there, I still don't care about it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Next one up, another game I don't really care about, Park Beyond. It's sounds like another park management sim, just like Jurassic Park or Jurassic Evolution was. Coming out in 2022. Again, don't care.
Good for somebody's juice right now. They have multiple park games, and they're like, one has dinosaurs, one has normal roller coasters. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm happy for that person.
That person's gonna have a amusement park simulator. He's gonna have both games running at the same time and just going back and forth. I gotta manage both of these parks. Why? Because I'm a park management god.
You know what? For the viewer who's watching it, who is good for you.
Yeah,
You're the real hero.
Kudos. Actually, you know what I'm going to do at this time? I think we're going to take a little break. We've been talking about a lot of games here, right? So we're going to take a little break, take a little breather. You know, we're going to towel off a little bit, and we're going to kick it to the lot.
Kick it to the lot.
Yeah, so we're going to the lot. For those who don't know, the lot is a list of transactions. So these are our loyal Patreons who donate the minimum donation here, which is $1, and you get early access to our extra episode here that goes up every Monday. So yeah, if you're feeling kind of generous, you're watching this episode, hey, Patreon, it's in the description. Chris said it in the beginning of the show, and I'm telling you right now. So let's go through this lot, right? So first in the lot, we got Jessica, Chris.
Hika. Yay.
You say Hika?
Hika. Spanish people call it, like those, like there was a Spanish girl I used to know, her name was like Jessica.
Okay.
I always thought, like, yo, this Spanish person is trying too hard. It's like you wanted to name your daughter Jessica, but you didn't want it to sound like Jessica, so you just named her Jessica.
Yeah, and you put a Y instead of a J. Yeah, I got you. We got Nung.
The hometown hero.
We got Patrick, aka Patty Cakes. We've got Dylan.
Glue. And congratulations to Dylan. He got a something, right?
Oh, that's right. So Dylan picked himself up a 3060 Ti. It went on sale the other day. He didn't die while getting it, so that was nice. Andres. We've got Liz. What is Liz? The Elden Ring.
Herself.
The Elden Ring herself. We have Ani.
Ani, tallest man.
Tallest. Josh, aka Infinite Neo.
Yeah, Josh. Just good job being you.
Yeah.
By the way, the ringleader of our Destiny trio, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So for those who don't know, I'm not a big fan of Destiny, but Josh loves Destiny. Destiny. This is what Destiny does. Destiny continues to crap on a plate, pour syrup on it, call it pancakes, and feed it to Josh, and Josh just eats it all up. And you know what? He's inviting me to sit there with him, and I did it last night. What's up?
Guess what? You know what it is? It makes me feel bad, right? Because like I'm neutral when it comes to Destiny. Like I like it. It's fun. It's all right. It's mindless. It's a great podcast video game.
Sure.
Right? It makes Josh so happy to play with us.
Right.
It makes me want to play more Destiny. He gets excited, bro. We brought up Destiny around Josh. Me and Justin did.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh is like, "Oh, bro, are we gonna play tonight?" And it just makes him so happy.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Yeah, buddy, we're gonna play. Come on."
Right.
This is how John Cena must feel when he does all those Cancer Kid stuff.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Wish Foundation. Right now, I know how John Cena feels because right now I'm making wish comes true by playing Destiny with Josh.
Yeah, I don't get it. Destiny's not my jam, but I did play last night with you guys. It was me, you, and Josh, and I had fun. I think I just gotta just not take it seriously. I used to just play for Crucible. I feel like Bungie somehow messed that up, and then now I'm just playing for this. I'm just following what everybody else is doing. I just want to just catching up. I don't care where my light level's at. I don't care about anything. I'm just there to talk crap and have fun with my friends. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So Destiny provides that. So whatever, it is what it is. Let's continue. We have Tampa Cornflake, aka Justin Torres. You know, just came back from the Kanye listening party, right? Just flew in from Chicago. And
like it's funny that like it's just great how Kanye West's like, "Hey, could you please come to this show, Justin?" And Justin's like, all right,
I guess I have
I'll
to."
come." Justin didn't really want to go, but Kanye just kept on hassling him.
No.
And Kim's like, "Please, I made tiramisu." Justin told me the whole story.
I heard this man put himself on fire. Did you hear about this?
I heard about it. Kim Kardashian, he's like, Justin was like, Kim Kardashian's like really short.
Oh really? Oh, he saw her?
I guess she didn't know. Yeah, she's at every concert.
Oh,
They're
okay.
supposedly going through a divorce. I don't know.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, so that's just what I heard. And then last but not least, the Mac Daddy, the Daddy Mac, or Matt Daddy.
Matt Daddy. By the way, I didn't say, but I said to the other, late happy birthday to Matt.
Oh yeah, happy birthday!
Yeah, it was his birthday, and let me.
I would say so. Wait, let me get this right. You gave because you said happy birthday to Andres. You said it to Patrick, and your own brother. You just completely missed and went late.
Oh, the thing is, hear me out.
Okay.
He only posted a thing that said happy birthday. Her husband, I don't know if I should say it, but too late. I think I had before.
It's already out there.
But she was like putting like a birthday. I was like it's not the 22nd of August. Like, wow, what a terrible wife.
Like, what a loser.
Yeah, I was like, what's wrong with you? Then I checked the day. I'm like, it is the 22nd. Oh, snap, it's Matt's birthday. I completely forgot.
And you realize, oh no, I'm the loser.
Matthew, we already played a couple games of Halo that day, and I was like, I didn't put one and one together. I was like, Matt, what are you doing today? He's like, nothing. Because now Matthew's a dad, so like no one cares about the dad anymore. Dad is you're just a machine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He's just the guy.
So Matt's like, well, the only thing he really wanted to do is play Halo. I'm like, Matt, I'm coming over. We're playing Halo all day. And sure as shit, we did. Me and Liquid and Justin got in on some of the fun. We brought the group back together. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. The birthday boy himself, Matthew, thank you again for being the #1 patron, my favorite person on planet Earth.
Thank you and happy birthday. All right, so let's continue down the list. We're almost done, at least I think so. We'll see. Like I said, we're gonna start firing some of these away.
There's a whole chunk you don't have to do World of Tanks and none of that other bullshit.
Oh, I didn't even put them down. But I'm glad you said the word BS, Chris, because now I gotta write that down so I can edit out later. Appreciate the extra work, Jay.
You're welcome. I know how much you love doing it.
Yeah, a-hole. I can say that, right? That's okay. Anyways, next one up on the list here. So we have Jet the Far Shore, October 5th. Don't care. I don't care. I didn't see anything that I cared about. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it.
No, I agree.
Okay, let's continue.
This is the getting. By the way, so everyone knows, GameCon itself was very front heavy.
Right. It really was.
Towards the butt end of it, it lost a little steam.
Luckily, they closed super strong. Am I right, Chris? Stay tuned. You're going to have to stay tuned for that one, people. All right, next one on the list. Horizon Forbidden West gets a release date of February 2022, so that's pretty nice. Also,
wow, couldn't believe it happened here. Think about it. We got an announcement from Halo and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, they're sharing a stage together. I'm like, has this ever happened before? Like, this is monumental. This is what made, I feel like this shared announcements was what made Gamescom.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I thought it was good. They also had another announcement to go along with that. Horizon Zero Dawn got an updated patch that allows you to play in 60 frames per second, which I think is cool and all. A little too late for me. I already played the game. I already platinumed the game. I got all the trophies for the DLC. I won't go back to this game. It's just not gonna happen.
I thought this was just like a hey, sorry, here you go.
That's it. Honestly, it's exactly how I took it as well. Couldn't agree with you.
Like, man, someone worked really hard on something I don't give a shit about.
Right. Another one here. A New World. We talked to, oh yeah, you did say that S word, didn't the forbidden S word?
Yeah, I don't know. This coffee got me.
Got you all S word?
It got me all S word.
All right. A New World. MMORPG from Amazon. It was breaking graphics cards from the last time we checked on it here. Open beta's live on September 28th. Oh no, it releases September 28th. I think open beta's live now, or it might be the 15th or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. Apparently this game is awesome.
Really? Because what I've seen in the game, like what they showed, this is what I put in my notes. Meh. I didn't care for it.
But apparently the people who are playing it, whose graphics card didn't blow up, people like it's a little jarring at first, but once you find your groove, people are like, "Oh, I love this."
Really?
Apparently, it has a good like game loop, and people are liking it.
Well, that's cool. I mean, yeah.
Like maybe Amazon has a hit on their hands. Who knows? Hey, great.
Yeah, you could be right.
More competition is just better for the gamer.
Right. Next game up. Now we're getting a little into the mobile weeds. Ugh, this is where I kind of fall down a little bit. But we got Marvel.
Gamers are real gamers.
Marvel Future Revolution, and I put down in my notes here. It just looked like a beat 'em up game, right? Is that what it is? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Marvel Ultimate Alliance kind of style.
This is what I put down in my notes. I put, do mobile gamers watch Gamescom? Are they watching this?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't know. Just a question.
As a mobile gamer myself, watching it and having a podcast about it, I loved it because there was at one point I didn't have any consoles, and I was like talking to Liquid, and Liquid's like, "What are you playing?" I'm like, "Pokemon Go." Myself and my primary gaming console right now. Yeah, hey man, mobile gamers are gamers. You do watch it. There's a huge audience. You're underselling it. Mobile gamers are real gamers. I'm gonna sneeze real soon. I'm trying to fight it off, but to let you know that I thought it was cool. I thought it looked cool. I thought it was fine, and I'm not gonna sneeze it passed on through.
Nice.
And yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Well, that's good.
I think for a mobile game, it looks solid.
Real quick. Usually when I'm about to sneeze and it doesn't come out, I get pissed. So you're not that type.
Yeah.
Really? It's like when I'm about to, climax. And let's say it doesn't happen, I feel it's the same thing. I get pissed. Anyways, let's move on. Tales of Arise. All right, so there's a 25th anniversary. They also announced Tales of Luminaria, which is a mobile game that they're coming out with. But Tales of Arise is their official Tales game for the console. It's an JRPG. It's supposed to be pretty good. I've never tried any of the Tales games myself. I've always wanted to, just never did it. What did you think?
I thought the same thing. Isn't this a game we saw at the Xbox showcase?
I believe so. I think it did make an appearance.
And I remember, I completely forgot about it. We saw it again. Was really excited about it.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. I think the last few that came out, which was like Tales of Berseria, I've always wanted to try it, never did. Then there's another Tales game that came out, always wanted to try it, never did. Fun fact, I even own Tales of Symphonia on the Vita and never played it.
Well, it was on the Vita.
It was on sale.
That makes sense.
All right, so next one here. This one I don't think anybody cared for. Dead Mouse, or Dead Mouse 5, as some people like to consider it. I just put Dreams Clone. I don't even know the official name for the game. I could care less. It just looks like they're trying to make a new Dreams. It didn't work for PlayStation. There is no way this is going to work for Dead Mouse.
Dreams is rad. Don't get me wrong. I love the content they're putting out, but this stuff was like, actually, my name is this. Like, as soon as he said that, I tuned out. It was like, bing.
Well, he said he did say because
you're a douchebag. I'm like, you're a douche. I'm like, bro, I never. It made me dislike Dead Mouse. I was like, why did you feel the need to why? Shut up. I'm over it.
Now, here's one thing that he did say.
It rubbed me the wrong.
It's so funny because he said, "Yeah, my name." He goes, my name is Dead, or I go by Dead Mouse 5, is what he said. And he said that's the actual way of how you pronounce it, is what he said. Now, I don't know if he was trolling, I'd assume he was. But I also say Deadmau5 just should be a troll. And when I heard that, I'm like, oh, it looks like his real name is Deadmau5. But whatever. Deadmau5. He spells it with a 5.
Everyone's calling you Deadmau5. You haven't been relevant for like 5 years. Shut up.
Dude, Ani said the same thing. I told Ani, and she's just like, what? She goes, you know what? Who cares? He's not even relevant anymore. So I was like, okay, well, there goes that. So yeah,
those broad shoulders and that strong neck don't lie.
So Deadmau5, also known as Deadmau5, he spells his S with the 5. No longer relevant. Now you guys know. Let's see here. Oh, this one was pretty exciting. I wasn't expecting this. Fall Guys and Disney, a collaboration where you get in certain skins. And what are those skins? The Jungle Book. Don't think the Jungle Book is something anybody cared about, but they did. And I'll be honest with you, Chris, I'm kind of glad they did. I thought that was a kind of a cool little, like, because it's like nobody expects Jungle Book out of all things.
I was surprised, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, Fall Guys, what Disney product can we get that we can afford? And they were like, Jungle Book.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, they probably went up to Disney and Disney's like, let's see, what will not mess us up? Well, we're not going to give you any Star Wars stuff. We're not going to give you any Marvel property. Let's see here. They're just going through the index cards. Jungle Book.
We're like, you get the bare necessities.
Oh, the simple bare necessities. Wow, that's so good. That's so good. Damn, but I'll be honest, I saw the skins and I was like, whoa, these skins look pretty cool.
It looks
especially Baloo. Yeah, I thought Baloo looked awesome. But yeah, I would have preferred to see Baloo in his Tailspin uniform more myself, but whatever. Beggars can't be choosers, right? Then there was this game, right? I didn't know how to feel about this. Replaced. Don't know if you remember. Easily forgettable. It had like a 80s trailer song, and it said, like, you go to their website to download the song that was in the trailer. Like, they were like hyping up the song in the trailer for this. I think it was a game. I don't know. In my notes, I put weird flex, but okay.
All right. I'll just leave it at that. I got nothing to add.
There you go. Another one that I don't really care for, Age of Empires 4.
What were these people thinking? What? Like, hey, we want to teach history. Let me tell you about this weapon. And then they went into it. And then it just kept happening. And I'm like, who is in charge? Whoever decided this was a good idea, fire them. This was terrible. It brought Gamescom to a crawl.
Ouch. Yes, I would agree that it did. It's so funny that I'm so happy that you actually got that far, because I was skipping most of that. I was like, oh, skip. I just know, I'm like, oh, Age of Empires 4. I got to write that down in my notes, and that's it. That's why I kept it moving.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of history and stuff like that, so I was just like, and I was like, bro, I get it. This is cool. This is an act, like, you additive.
Yeah.
This is not what you lean off of.
Right. This could have been announced in a Twitter post.
Yes.
Oh man. Next one up here. Another one I don't really care about. Valheim Hearth and Home.
People seem to like the game. Whatever.
Again, whatever. This one's still a game I don't really care about, but hey, Aloy is joining. So Genshin Impact is getting Aloy from Horizon. I guess trying to build that Horizon hype. It seems like PlayStation is really trying to get the Chinese market involved. So that's, I guess they're trying to build that relationship.
She looked so dang cute, though.
She did. She really did.
Oh my god, just the cutest thing you done ever seen. I was like, oh man. I'm like, man, Genshin Impact is scary, because I feel like if I played that game, I'd love it, and then I'd be like those people just losing money over waifus.
Oh man, you see,
it's my third biggest fear.
Ooh, your third? Wow. Man, I didn't think it would crack that. I didn't think it would pass your fourth. We're not gonna say it on here, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, Genshin Impact. I feel the same way. I've never played it. Aloy joining makes me want to kind of try it, but I probably still won't try it. I won't try it.
Okay.
We'll see. Next one up here, coming out February 22nd of 2020. Sifu. That's the fighting game, right? No, the PlayStation keeps advertising. I think it's cool. They didn't really show me more than what it was, except for the release date. I still don't think I'm gonna play it. I'll be honest with you.
I think Sony's trying to hype it up.
They really are.
because they have a weak lineup.
No, I think that's exactly what it is. Well, but it's weird because you would think they would be like, hey, that game's coming out in February. Well, we also got Horizon coming out in February. Let's let the seafood go for a little bit and let's lean more into Horizon. So I don't know. It's weird.
They're not confident about something.
That's what I'm trying to get at exactly. So like, I don't know. We'll see. I don't really care. So Chris, now it's time for the end of the show. Some may say the game of the show. Some may say, the finale, the special finale. All right. So as we know, Jeff Keighley, who I despise, is best friends with none other than Hideo Kojima-san. All right.
Jeff Keighley is a national treasure.
Oh my god.
He is the best of us.
The best of us. That's the next game. That's the next Naughty Dog game. It's called The Best of Us.
It's just Jeff Keighley.
It's just Jeff Keighley.
Bro, 10 out of 10. Just him and Kojima just like playing in the park, having picnics, just looking at each other, and they're just laughing.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? Just
I have a question.
In the background, here it is. It's like, you're the best friend that I've ever had. It feels so good, such a long time. That's Jeff Keighley and Hideo Kojima just being the best of friends. That was the best thing about this entire showcase. The sure as shit wasn't this fucking game. They ended this game on such a low point. I was like, this can't be how they're gonna end the show. When you have stellar announcement after stellar announcement, the politics, they're not even trying to hide.
You gotta close with a stellar announcement.
Oh no, it was politics. Dude, this is Jeff Keighley like, hey bro, remember how good I was for you? You ended Gamescom.
Mm-hmm.
When you come up with your next shit, you bring it to me.
No, 100%. Like, it's so funny. When I saw this, like, so I was watching it and I'm like, wait, is this it? Like, is this, like, as I was watching, I'm like, man, this is a long trailer. I'm like, oh man, I think this is how they're closing it. Like, because I had no idea. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, it's like you said, politics. It's not even like they're not even hiding it, not even forgiving for it. Like, it's just like, and then on top of that, then at the end when he talks about like, oh yeah, I'm in the new Muppets, like what do you say, like Muppets Haunted House, Haunted Mansion, and he's like, yeah, video games are taking me everywhere.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like, dude, what a weird flex, dude. Oh my god. Like, this dude, Jeff Keighley, that had nothing to do. He's like, video games are taking me everywhere. I'm like, no, man. What are you talking? Shut up.
Jeff Keighley to the moon, baby. I tell you, he's the best of all of us.
Oh, my God, dude. That was so annoying.
There's a reason why he's best friends with Hideo Kojima and not you, look.
Dude, I saw that, and I'm just like, oh, my God. And, yeah, like you said, him and Kojima was just like, dude, come on. So, like, and then I asked, I'm like, well, so is Jeff Keighley running Gamescom? Does he, like, I know he does the video game awards.
Jeff Keighley right now is hot. Okay, and we didn't get into this so much because now we're gonna wrap up everything.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring it back to the other two huge announcements, because Death Stranding ended up being a huge announcement, not for the actual announcement, for the politics in play. That shows you that Kojima is 100% working on his next game. It is going down, and people are already shuffling for position. Because even though Death Stranding was a hot garbage, all right. Hot garbage. Jesus Christ, that game was offensive to gamers.
It was so good.
Anyway,
so good.
Not even
fantastic gameplay.
I've never played a game that I want. It's, bro, you know how Death Stranding felt for me? It's like it's a bad relationship that I was trying to make work. I was trying to fit a square inside a triangle, and it just didn't work. I remember where I was like, why am I so frustrated with this game? And I remember I was driving in the car late at night. It must have been like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I don't like Death Stranding.
Dude,
I don't like
Death Stranding is the Halo 2 of walking simulators, bro.
I'll kill you.
Like, look, okay, this is what people know. I don't see Death Stranding as bad as Chris. I do enjoy. Like, I still want to even go back to it. It's so funny because, like, so watching this trailer. Wait, are we gonna talk about the trailer first, or what are we gonna talk about first? Well, how do you want to break this down?
Let's get the trailer out of the way,
Okay.
and then we can talk about Gamescom as a whole.
Because the trailer kind of excited me, and I'm gonna tell you why. All right, now not for everything. I'll be honest with you. I don't care about the racing. Yeah, I know they're putting track.
So bad.
Like, yeah, I don't care about any of that. I don't care about most of the things they showed. All right, I could care less. I don't care about the firing range they have going on there. I don't care about any of that. You know what I'm saying? I thought even the new equipment for traveling. I think it's okay if let's say if you haven't played the game and you wanted to go back faster, because like I said, even I'm considering going like getting back into it, but it's just it's like a faster way of kind of playing the game. Like, I don't know if you noticed, like it's like they give you little jetpacks, you can just jump off of like mountains. You got this little cannon that can shoot your cargo, so it's just like, oh, okay, so just getting through the game faster. And I'm just like, all right, I guess. That's not what I care about though. What I care about is like, yo, I heard you're making some stealth missions, all right? And they called it action-packed delivery missions, is how they worded it, all right? Did I write it down here? Yeah. They I don't care about anything else. They just added new action-packed delivery missions. That's the word for word. That's verbatim. All right. Like I said, don't care about anything else. But those stealth missions, I want to play. That's what I'm here for. I'm like, I came here for that and that alone. That's all I care about.
It may have been the most offensive shit I think I've ever heard you say, bro. This is terrible. It's a slap in the face to Metal Gear. I honestly, I never understood the people's hate when people hate George Lucas. Alright? Until right fucking now. Because I'm like, how dare you stand where he stood. That's how I feel when I see oh my God, I'm so mad.
Okay, I see why.
It's offensive. It's dumb. You're trying to make you tried to do something new. People didn't like it, and then you're falling back on the thing that you know people like. It's so blatant, and people are so starving for stealth games right now because Sam Fisher sure as shit not coming out, and so it's literally anything stealth, anything. It is offensive. This is not good. The other stuff they were showing you, the racing looked terrible. The other stuff is so you don't have to play the game so much. The shooting mechanic, which is the most boring part of the game, nothing is happening. They showed you nothing. There was a whale in a dark room for some reason. I'm like, this is offensive. I was shocked. I'm like, no, this can't. Like, I understand why it's happening. It's Kojima. Am I gonna buy his next game? 100%. Am I being a hypocrite? Yes, I am. Okay?
At least you're man enough to admit it.
Oh yeah, 100%. But is this good? No. It's just not good. I love Kojima. Will I buy his next game? Like I just said, yes. Is this all interesting when you look at everything that we just saw? No. Should have it ended the show? No. You had Halo's release date, something that's been 6 years in the making. You have PlayStation's next super hit, and Horizon coming out, having an official date. You have so many. You have the Pokemon Super game thing. I don't even know what it is, but I want to play. So many announcements. Xbox is getting announced. Controllers getting announced. You had Forza and the Super Control. You had so many things happening. We didn't even get into Xbox and xCloud. You have these major announcements, and that's what you ended it on. And I know there was a whole other day after, but no one gave a crap about it. Okay, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
This was not. Oh, it was so like. Do the video game awards, I guess. All right, fuck. Okay, cool.
I think it just goes to show the talent and power of Kojima, bro. Like, it's just he just makes gold, man. Look, I get it, bro. The racing, yes, it looks bad. I get it. The racing looks bad, but you know.
Everything looks bad.
No, I'm here for the stealth though. I know you were giving it crap about the whole,
stealth in that game is not good.
Well, no. I feel like they'll refine it. That's what I'm waiting for. I want to see if they refine it.
Hoping you're baking on something you never even seen before, Liquid. Come on now, bro.
Oh, look, Kojima's made stealth games, right? He's done this before. So why wouldn't I believe in it? Just because, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Death Stranding, you're right. Death Stranding didn't have a stealth element. There was no stealth element in Death Stranding. There really was. There wasn't. It wasn't about that. You know what I'm saying? But now he's doing a mission.
Real hard crouching.
And crouching, walking, running, sprinting. All right? You know what I'm saying? Driving. Look, the fact of the matter is, though, Kojima, I feel like, does stealth better than almost anyone. Right?
I'll say he does stealth better than anyone.
Right. And... yeah, if you're telling me that they're gonna throw in some kind of stealth element, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna want to try it, you know. So it's just like, even if the game, like I said, Death Stranding, is it Kojima's best work? No, obviously not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? I still enjoyed it. I still had fun with the little bit that I say a little bit when I platinumed the damn thing. I put like over 100 hours in it, I think. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
in fact, you shit. I hated the game. I put like 40 hours in the game. So.
But like at the stealth part, yes, that's what I'm more excited for than anything. I really want to just try it out and just see how it is, man. I think it'll be something good. I don't think it'll make any sense. I don't think it'll probably even belong, to be honest with you. I don't think it makes sense where you gotta deliver something or you gotta sneak around to deliver it. But whatever. Like I said, I just want to do some stealth missions. I miss my stealth missions. Like you said, I'm craving for it. I'm starving for it, for stealth. And it's gotten to the point like you and I, we both found this game called Origami, right? I think it's what's called Stealth Ninja game. Never played it before. I put it on my Steam wishlist. I'm waiting for it to go on sale, the part 1, because I want to try it now because I am craving something stealth-like. I agree.
This was terrible. It was offensive. Death Stranding is not a good game, and I don't like saying this. That's the people. This is what y'all don't understand. I don't like saying this. It hurts my feelings to say that I hate a Kojima game. It hurts my heart. It's so bad. It's offensive to the senses, is what I'm going to say.
Oh, which ones?
Top 5? Yes.
Oh.
Bro, honestly, like, it's one of these games where I'm like, it hurts me. Maybe that's why I hate the game so much, because it hurts my feelings.
Yeah, you could be honest.
I've never had a video game where I played it hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I've had a few of those myself too.
I'm like, stop, he's already dead. That's how I feel about this game. I just want it to die, bro. Just let it go. It wasn't good. We all had it. And then Kojima being like, oh, you know, they don't like action games. Like, nah, people, bro, I don't want to walk slowly.
Yeah, bro, it's you Americans. You don't like action games. You don't
attack your biggest group that consumes so much of your content and stuff like that. Like,
I think that was more lost in translation. Japanese to American language, also known as English.
That has nothing to do with it. Let's get back to
football.
Football. I thought this was a terrible way to end it, despite my Death Stranding thing. It was a game that was talked about, like, how old is Death Stranding? Like 2 years old now?
Yeah, it came out on PS4, technically, so yeah.
To close Gamescom, you have a game that's 2 years old.
It's the director's cut. No, but I agree. I agree with you 100%. It did. It closed out very poorly.
Yeah, nah, and I get it. It's for politics. It's for Kojima's next game. Like I reiterated before, I'm going around in a circle. I'm doing this.
But no, this is great because it leads me to my question. Then, is that like you said, it's like politics. Like you said, it's you know, hey, Jeff Keighley's like, hey, you scratch my back, I scratch your back, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Is that toxic for gaming? I think that's terrible. I think it's 100% terrible.
I think it's always been this way, just never been so blatant.
Right. I agree. I think so too. Now that it is blatant, though, is it time that we call them out on their crap? Like, is this something we need to, like, say? Like,
yeah, but the thing is, it's just kind of the way it is. Where things are at in shows matter. It's why, like, if you really look at Gamescom, like, Halo's announcement and Horizon's announcement were like a good time apart, so people had coolers and risers. It's like after Halo, there was technically a smaller indie game afterwards
Mm-hmm.
because stuff like that. Like it's all a bunch of politics where people put game on the show. They have all these conversations. It's always gonna happen,
Right.
and it's just like you had. The thing is, the Halo date is the thing that's shocking the most because that's mostly what people were talking about. Not even in my circle, just
In general.
gaming media in general.
Right.
And hell, even Horizon got eaten up by the Halo news, which I thought it would do better. To let you know, I'm like, Halo's been around for 20 years. I'm like,
That's well. I think also the fact that with the Xbox Series X reveal and the Elite controller reveal, I think it also kind of helps.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. But yeah, it was just very sour way to go. On such a strong show. I wish the show was things were placed differently, so the show entirely would have been stronger. But if you move games around so it's more time accurate and better, I think this Gamescom was one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. Even though for as long as it was, I think it was rock solid. It was a good time watching all the way through, except for the end. Some of the pacing, because we didn't talk about at least 30 minutes of this game show because it was hey, it's time for these people to pay for the show. Thanks, Tank Game. Thanks, Raid Shadow Legends and that kind of
yeah. I think you're right. It's so funny because I know in the beginning of the show that you asked me if it was like the best Gamescom, and I don't remember any previous Gamescoms, to be honest with you. Only because after quarantine, everything's kind of a blur to me. But after seeing this, after going down the list now, breaking it down one line item at a time, I don't know if this is the best Gamescom, to be honest with you. I can't say that with confidence only because I would like to remember or go through the few previous Gamescoms so I could kind of remember, but. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, if the games were shifted around, maybe you'd get, you'd probably take the title, but it started off strong and then just slowly went down. I wouldn't say slowly; it was just a steep hill.
I would say slowly, but no, you know what? After the first hour, very top heavy.
Right.
Like if you cut the show in half.
You got a great show.
Yeah, then you would have had one of the best shows. It would have been like 100%.
Yep. I agree.
Because Xbox and PlayStation are sharing a stage, and we're coming out with bangers. It's a celebration of gaming. Yes, we have. You know what I'm saying? Like all this tight stuff is happening.
Yeah.
And I think it's the best Gamescom because I can't remember other Gamescoms, and I don't want to blame Ovid for it. I just think
I do. I blame it for everything. I blame it for all kinds of things. I blame it for the lack of child support that I pay for. I'm kidding. I don't pay for child support. I don't have any kids.
Pays for child support. Government get them. Just I think that pretty much wraps some ideas. Just ended on a sour note. Kojima's games, the next games are. They just told me Kojima's working on something.
Yeah, I feel you. No, and that's always good, right? We'll see. It's that abandon. Anyways, well. That's going to wrap up our Gamescom, would you call it, coverage or Gamescom review? We'll call it a review. That's going to wrap up our Gamescom review. Hopefully you had fun. We went down, the list here, had some things that we liked, some things that we didn't like. I don't want to bore you guys with the same thing that we did. We already talked about the Patreon and everything else twice. Again, all the links are in the description. Just leave it at that. Other than that, Chris, any last final statements, closing comments you have for the people at home?
I think I wrapped up the show pretty well. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Fall is gonna be straight fire. Our fall and spring, bro. We got a nice 6 months of gaming ahead of us.
Yeah, definitely.
If all these dates hold true.
That's true. Yeah. So far, from what we do know, it looks promising. So I'm gonna have to agree. I want to thank you all for joining us. We're about to record our extra episode, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be pretty wild. We got some ideas there, I think. We'll see. Anyways, but again, just leave you off as usual. Love each other. Take care. But above all else, Death Stranding, be cool. We'll see you next
This is a
time.
bit of microtransaction.